Bill Skarsgård.
If you're possibly going to be Pennywise again in like an upcoming second film, I am there. I'm going to be at the theaters watching you again.
Hey guys, I just saw It Chapter 2, and right, so I just saw It Chapter 2, and it's alright.
You'll float down there. We'll float down there. Yes, we do.
Just start the intro. Hey guys, welcome back to the Great One channel, and welcome back to another movie review series where we review movies that we just get back from, you suggest, or short films of ours. And this one's going to be another movie I just got back from seeing. This one's a very interesting one. This film is a sequel to a horror film that I went to go see 2 years ago with my friend, and it was like a really huge hit. I really liked it. It was very big. The sequel has been it's probably one of the most anticipated horror films of the year, and that film is It Chapter 2. Oh yes, guys, It Chapter 2 is finally here. This is a horror sequel everyone's been waiting for about 2 years, and it's finally here, and everyone's really, really excited. Including me, I was like really excited for this film, and I finally got to see it. So first and foremost for the review, what did I think of It Chapter 2? I thought it was good, but not great. This film is not perfect. This film has a bit of issues, unfortunately. We'll get into the issues later, but for now, let's get into the positives. Just like the first film, guys, Bill Skarsgård's performance as Pennywise was awesome. It was so good. It was freaking perfect. Like, it was so over the top. I wouldn't say it was really that scary, but I'd say it was so insane and so crazy, and that's what was so good about his performance in the first film, and in this film he still does a really good job. And yeah, and there's something that this film did a lot better than the first film, and that is the violence. The violence in this film is a lot more brutal, and it's handled a lot better. Well, I guess. I mean, it's just a lot more violent. I'll just say that. Yeah, the violence in this film is very brutal. Like, there's this one moment where Pennywise does something to someone, and it's like, holy shit, did that just happen? Like, holy crap, it's insane. So yeah, the violence in this film was a lot better. The new Losers Club, the new cast, the adult Losers Club, they, I'll say most of them did a really good job. I'll say that. Most of them did a really good job. I'm not gonna say all of them. There's a few people that didn't do the best, but I'd say most of them did a pretty good job. I'll have to say that, yeah. The final battle for this film was insane. Like, holy crap. Like, I don't know. I mean, the final battle, or I should just say the ending, was pretty insane. I mean, it was a little disappointing of what they did with Pennywise, which I'm not gonna get into spoilers, but I actually didn't mind it either way. It was actually kind of crazy. The film concluded pretty well. I mean, yeah, the ending was pretty good. And yeah, I think the ending of this film was crazy, and it was actually really sad at one moment. It actually made me tear up. So yeah, like, most of the adult Losers Club cast, the new one, most of them are pretty good. The final battle and the ending for this film was really, like, it was really sad and really good. The violence is a lot more insane. Bill Skarsgård's performance as Pennywise is still awesome, like in the first film. So there's a little bit of positives. I think there is a few things I like about this film, but that's a bit of the spoil that I don't want to get into spoilers, because there's a bit of stuff I liked about this film, other stuff I like about this film that I can't really get into because of spoiler reasons. So yeah, that's most of my positives. There's a lot. I think there's a bit more things that I like about this film, but that's all I can say for now, because most of everything else is just spoilers. So without further ado, let's get into the issues. I'd say around the middle of the film, it really started getting boring or just really slow. Like, the losers were talking about stuff that, I pretty much understood, but it still was very boring. The comedy, it was decent, I guess. It wasn't super funny, but it was alright, I guess. I mean, I don't know. It just started getting very boring, and they were talking about stuff. I don't know, there wasn't enough scares, and I don't know. I think it started getting really, like, pretty boring. And if you guys didn't know, like, with the flashback scenes, with the kids, they pretty much had to like put CGI on some of the kids' faces because some of the kids looked a bit too old to be in like the scenes for the flashbacks because they're just too old. They're too old. They're just too old, and apparently they wanted them to look exactly like the first film, exactly how they looked in the first film. Apparently, I don't know why. So they literally had to like pretty much just put CGI on their faces or something, and I'll say that it didn't look that bad, but the voices, like, it was very distracting and not good. Like, the voices sounded very different from the first film. Not all of them, not all of them did. Some kids didn't get, some kids didn't have their face covered in CGI. Not all of them did, but most of them did, and it was very distracting. Their voices sounded different. They tried to make it sound like the first film, but it didn't really sound that much like the first film. It wasn't good. Like, I was hoping it wasn't going to be really that distracting, but unfortunately it was, and it really damaged the flashback scenes with the kids, and it really sucks. But yeah, that's what they decided to do. They did it, and that's what happened, and it kind of sucks. I have to admit, like, there wasn't really that much Pennywise in the film. There wasn't enough of Bill Skarsgård as Pennywise in this film. Like, usually Pennywise will be replaced with like just other things, like just a bunch of weird other creatures that made me think like, oh god, can we just have Pennywise, please? Why do we need to have this? Why can't we have Pennywise? Like this, the scene with when adult Beverly's going to visit her like old childhood home, and with the old lady, Mrs. Kirsch, or whatever her name is, when they reveal what she looks like at the end of the scene, oh my god, it looks terrible. You'll see what I mean you'll know what I mean when you see it. Like, it looked really ugly. Like, it didn't even look scary. It just looked really ugly. It made me think, like, where's Bill Skarsgård, man? Where's Pennywise? Why do we need this instead of freaking Pennywise? Like, what the frick is wrong with this? So yeah, I think that was really disappointing that there wasn't enough Pennywise. It was stupid. Bill Skarsgård's performance was so good. They just barely put him in the film. It was so disappointing. One of the actors who I think didn't really do the best job at their performance is the actor of Eddie. I don't remember the actor's name, but his performance as Eddie wasn't really good enough for me because like they're meant to act like the characters from the first film, like the kids from the first film, but as adults. Like, that's what they needed to imagine, like at them and what they would be like as adults. But with like Eddie's adult character type thing, he kind of just felt like the first film, and he literally was acting like a kid, which I thought didn't make any sense. I mean, I thought it was kind of dumb. That's why I'm saying most of them did a good job. So this guy didn't. He wasn't that bad. I mean, it was alright. I mean, yeah, I'll just say his performance could have been better because his performance just wasn't. I don't know. It wasn't good enough for me. So I don't know. I think it could have been. Yeah, it could have been like a bit better. Just I don't know. It just didn't really feel. It didn't feel good enough for me. Sticking with the adult losers club was kind of boring in a lot of the scenes, because, I don't know, just seeing the losers club as adults felt kind of lame, and I think I like the kids a lot more, because I think they did a way better job, and having them as the main characters in the first film felt a lot better, but with them as adults, yeah, it wasn't as good as the kids, which was very surprising, because they're adults, man. Like, how could they not do a better job than kids, which is very weird, but hey, that's just my opinion. I like the kids a lot more. I think the performance was a bit better, and well, I think all the performances from the kids were all better. So, but some adults did a good job. So, yeah, I think the kids did a way better job. Like I said before, guys, the scares in the film were not that scary. I mean, they said that this film was going to be a lot scarier than the first one, but it kind of just felt as scary as the first one, which I think is a lie. I thought this being scary and the first one was a lie, because it just felt as scary. It didn't feel scary. I just felt as scary, or maybe a bit less scary. I don't know. The first film, I don't know. I think this film is just, it's not that scary. It's just pretty much, it's as scary as the first film. I don't know. It wasn't that scary. Actually, I kind of think maybe the first one was a tiny bit scarier, which is weird. I think the scariest moment was just the violence. The violence was handled really disgustingly and pretty scary. The violence was like, it was just brutal and scary at the same time. So I'll say the violence was pretty much like one of the most scariest parts, which is, to me, that's what it felt like for me, because I'm like 13 and shit. I'm young, okay. So the violence was probably one of the scariest moments, but yeah, it just wasn't really that scary. Despite all my issues, guys, It Chapter 2 is a fun horror film. I don't know, it's fine, okay? Like, Bill Skarsgård's performance as Pennywise is really good, and most of the adult losers do a pretty good job, some of them. And I don't know, this film is just, it's fun, funny, scary, brutal, and it's just a really good conclusion to this really, really iconic franchise. And do I recommend you guys go check out It Chapter 2? Go ahead, go see it, don't listen to me, you'll like the film, you're gonna have a lot of fun with it. I'm not saying it's bad, it's good, I do think the first It was better, but, this film, it's still fun, it has issues, but this is just my opinion, guys. Go see the film, you'll have a good time, and you'll really, really like it.
Hello.
Alright guys, this is going to be the end of my review of It Chapter 2. Thank you guys so much for watching. Post comments down below of what you guys thought of It Chapter 2. Did you think it was bad, okay, good, terrible, amazing, etc.? And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye. And if you don't mind me, I've got a clown to catch. Alright, see you guys later. Oh, there you are. I'm trying to find you. Alright, you come with me. Ah! Ugh. Oh god, that was a bad idea. I can't even get on the bed because I only have one arm. God, he completely removed it. Well, great. Is it okay? I mean, Jesus, that's bad. Oh man.